Hey guys, this is Chef Dr. Moore. Today we're going to come with a touchy subject. I get this all the time. You know, as a diabetic expert, I can remember going to the Cleveland Clinic and observing people that were told that go home and get your affairs in order and basically just die. Man. And it's amazing that the doctor at the time, that's retired now, that gave them hope that they didn't have to die. And I don't know about you, but sometimes we're giving death sentences that are not true. And as I do a lot with nutrition as the diabetic expert, talking to people about diabetes and nutrition, and you think about it, everybody than your brother is pitching nutrition. And when you look at some of them, you wonder how they can even get away with it. But on the flip side, I work with my cancer clients that are on nutrition. But the more I get into nutrition and understand what's going on, like I did with my mother back in the day, and when she called me one day and was really sad, but she says my name like, you know how can't nobody say your name like your mother. Timmy, this is your mother. I got cancer. Oh. When I heard those words, I was devastated. I was shocked. Oh, my mother, my best friend. But as I deal with more women today with diabetes, heart disease, and cancer, I think about a lady that came to me and she just looked at me and she said, Doc, I don't went through the chemo. I don't went through the radiation. I don't went through everything I could go through. And I was promised that I wouldn't die. I was promised the radiation, the chemo, and I was urged in and made afraid that if I didn't do something at that moment, I could die. And I did. I went ahead and did everything that was prescribed. And lo and behold, I just got the news that there's nothing else they can do to me. So as I'm talking to the lady and we're going over some things, I reached back into my magical bag of things that I used to do and still do, and just thought about what is the emotional component that you're facing. I know some of you are sitting there thinking, I don't have an emotional component. There's nothing wrong with me. I feel great. I exercise. I drink the best water. I don't eat any meat, or I do eat meat. And I don't understand why this happened to me. It could be 18, it could be 5, it could be 20, it could be 60, it could be 80 years old. But why me? But those words that I listened to that lady say, I'm not ready to die. I remember my mother said it. And she didn't die, but it was a most frightening feeling that you have. And when I work with people on the emotional component, so we start talking about mental illness and what's going on, but emotions. Just imagine if you don't have cancer or some type of heart disease that's really out of hand. Somebody you know is dealing with that. And they're going through a psychological, emotional trauma, trying to fix, get well, and understand what really just happened to them. And as I'm talking to the lady, she's telling me she don't want to die, and I asked some questions about emotional things, asked some questions about her food, and we got into some deep conversations. But lo and behold, the conversation went back to her childhood as she witnessed some things as a young girl. And like most of us do, we say, I've got rid of it. It's not going to affect me anymore. I'm not going to worry about it. That's the past. Well, she did too. But it was a little more to that. It never left. So I don't know about you. Some of us have emotional issues that someone has wronged us, left us, made us feel embarrassed, cheated us, lied to us, have done things to us that feel unhuman. And we hold on to that in our heart and we never let it go. And cancer has a sneaky way of just showing up. Now, it didn't show up all at once. Could have been 10 years, could have been 15 years in the making. But you didn't let some things go that are affecting you in so many ways. You might say, Chef, Dr. Moore, but I let it go. I can promise you, you didn't let it go. I can promise you there's some things that are happening to you today that you hold it in your heart, but in the outside, there's a grudge. Someone that you know have wronged you could walk up to you from years ago, and your first recollection goes back to that issue. They have forgot about it, went on about life, but you never let it go. Listen, we have to make some changes today. We have to understand our emotional component. At drtimothymoore.com, we want to look at your emotions, not just your eating habits, because food plays a major part in it. But on top of food, it's the emotions. Children, unruly, you can't deal with them. You don't know how to handle them. Spouses, relationships, you got all kind of problems you're trying to deal with. You don't know how to contain it. Your job is throwing you to the curb. You're worried about being laid off and things that are happening, or your coworkers are embarrassing you, or you're getting advances that you don't feel is right. All these issues are emotions. And when you start thinking about your gut issues and the cancer and headaches and how you feel, there's help for you. Hey, I'm Dr. Chef Timothy Moore. I just have to think about it and want to think about what happened to my mother, and when she talked to me about nobody will understand her pain, her issues that she had to go through. And I can just imagine being in that closet and not being able to talk to someone how you feel. I'm often thinking about when I talk to women and I ask them, do you love yourself? Can you look in the mirror and say, I love me? You'd be amazed how many of you can't say that word. From corporate America down to the layperson, it doesn't matter. Emotions we're dealing with. How are we going to uproot that? How are we going to make a change? How are we going to feel better about ourselves? It's time to make a difference. Because you are somebody. You are being loved every day. God loves you in so many kind of ways. But you have to love yourself. Your children love you, especially the young ones, because you are all they got. But I know it seems like sometimes we're by ourselves and nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear our problems. Nobody wants to hear our issues. You know what? Sometimes that's true. But it also depends who you're telling those issues to. Because a lot of times they have their own problems. They just haven't relayed them to you. Man, we live in a world that it's all about me. It's all about me. But it's not. I challenge you today. If you're struggling to break through, or if you just got diagnosed with cancer, if you just got diagnosed with a fatal heart issue, lupus, or whatever it is, kidney disease, it doesn't matter. And so, or you was told you had a minimum amount of time to live, let's talk about that. Because if you can get a 1 day, 3 day, 30-day quality of life better than you have, is it not worth talking? You know, there's no magic pills. There's no one we can raise. It's not going to happen. But when we start talking about cancer, Doc, I'm finna die. Doc, he told me to go home and get my heart together because I'm finna die. That'll almost kill you by itself. And when you look at diabetes, most of them don't die from cancer or diabetics or diabetes. It's heart disease or cancer. It's a heart attack. It's not cancer, it's a heart attack. Cancer people die from heart attacks. Why? Stressed. I think it's barbaric for a doctor to tell you how many days you got to live. And a lot of us psychologically, we believe that. But we believe it to the point where the radiation, the chemo is going to take care of me. Now, some people have did marvelous things for. But on that side of it, if you didn't change your lifestyle and get some emotional work on you, how many people do you know today have had cancer and they've been free from it and it resurfaced somewhere else? We didn't deal with the emotion, no component. Hey gang, this is Dr. Moore. I just want you to know there's help for you. There's help for you. Go to drtimothymoore.com. Send me a personal email at info@drtimothymoore.com. That's info@drtimothymoore.com with 2 O's. Let's talk about it. If you're really ready to make that change in your life and understand the emotional component, I don't care where you live at, send me an email. Let's talk about it. There's a link probably in the video that you can go and sign up and send me an email. I want to talk to you and let you know that what you was told, it's not always true. Do you want to live today? Do you want to live a better quality of life today? Do you want to take back control of your life today? Let's start it now. You know what? God loves you. I love you too. Let's heal the body, mind, body, and spirit. Hey, this is Dr. Moore. Go to drtimothymoore.com. But don't forget, right now, while you're thinking about it, send me a letter, send me an email at info@drtimothymoore.com. Send it to me now. Say, Doc, I got a problem. Put your phone number in there so we can talk about it. Go to the website. Contact me through the website. Let me know, we can talk. And I can share with you some things that can help you with a better quality of life. Are you sick and tired of it? You're not alone. Hey, God bless you. This is Chef Dr. Timothy Moore. We'll be talking to you soon. Be blessed.